Okay, so my fourth extraneous variable is investigator effects. So an investigator is essentially the researcher that's carrying out the study. An easy way to remember it is to think the investigator is affecting the results. So I've got my two conditions again. Condition A are students who don't attend revision, and condition B are students who do attend revision club. What happens is during the test, when I'm measuring my dependent variable, when I'm giving them the test to do, I happen to be walking around in condition B. And what I'm doing is I can tell that these guys are getting the answers right. So I'm giving subtle clues. So I might be smiling. I might raise my eyebrows. I might nod. I'm not doing those things on purpose. I'm not trying to change the results, but it's those subtle clues that we give away that are causing these participants to do better. Why are they doing better? Because if I go over to this participant here and they're unsure of an answer, for example, me smiling kind of indicates to them that they're doing it right, okay? So that might give them more confidence, it might make them feel good, it might make them do better because of those reasons. With these guys, I might give subtle clues that they are not doing as well, okay, and that might knock their confidence. Again, I'm not meaning to do it, I'm not doing it on purpose, but it's those subtle things that we are unaware of in terms of our body language and what we look like and who we are that gives away clues that change the behaviour of the participants. So again, going back to our original question, is it just revision club that is causing condition B to do better in their performance? Not necessarily. It might be that I'm giving those clues that are giving them more confidence, that's making them perform better. Okay, how do I then get rid of those investigator effects? So investigator effects is very much like demand characteristics when we are controlling. So I want to prevent those investigator effects from becoming confounding. So I'm going to use a double blind technique. This is very similar to a single blind technique. So in a single blind technique, it's just the participants who don't know the aim. But in a double blind, and a good way to remember this is that double, so the participants and the investigator are blind to the aims of the study. So we've talked about that in terms of participants, so we know how to prevent the participants from knowing the aim, but how do we prevent the investigator from knowing the aim? Surely, if I'm setting up the investigation, I would know what the aim is anyway. I can't stop myself from knowing it. What we would do in this situation is we would get an independent investigator to come in and do the study, okay? So I might, as a researcher, get Mrs. Jefferson to come into the room. She doesn't know anything about the aim of the study, and I'm going to ask her to set up the study, to set up the tests, and to run the revision clubs, okay? And what I'm doing there is I am not being part of the study because I know the aim. So I can guarantee that Mrs. Jefferson is not going to give those subtle clues to any of the participants because she doesn't know the aim. So a double blind technique prevents the investigator from knowing the aim and the participants from knowing the aim. Okay?